Welcome aboard with the Twist Tarot with me, Kev, and today we're going to do another deck walkthrough, and we're going to look at the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. I got this a while ago. I have used it a couple times. It's a really pretty deck. I figured since I've been doing some readings, let me just share this deck. Here's the different sides of the box, and as you can see, the manufacturer on this one is Lo Scarabo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, you can get this from Llewellyn, and that's where you want to go to check it out, or even Amazon. I prefer Llewellyn to want to support the smaller vendors, not the big behemoths. With that being said, what comes in the deck when you open the box up are these cards, and also these extra cards. They give you 2 extra cards. And here's the back of the deck. Might be the Tree of Life or something like that. And then the front has that beautiful gold. And then the guidebook that comes with it is right here. It's a nice little book. It's in multiple languages. It gives you the basics of what each card means, just like any other deck that you would buy or purchase. And today I think I want to walk through these cards maybe a little bit differently. So rather than going through them differently, I want to maybe look at another tarot deck to compare it so you can kind of see what it looks like. We'll use this deck right here for comparison. Let me go here and split this in half to kind of match it up. All right. And so I'll move the camera down here too in a second to try to help get a little closer in so we can compare these side by side. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So the first card is the Fool. This is the normal Rider-Waite deck, and here is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. You can see the difference between the 2 cards. And they're roughly the same size, but these are just so much more pretty. Same feel, same vibe. All right, that's the Fool. Then from the Fool, we're going to go to the Magician. See the difference? This has a tree in it, where this one has things overhanging at the top. After the Magician, we have the High Priestess. Then we go to the Empress. This one I feel more fertility in it than I do with this one. See up close? Really pretty. Versus this one. Okay. Emperor. Emperor card right here. Then we go to the Hierophant, or some call it the Pope. Then the Lovers. The Magic 6. What makes Lovers? Actually, it's the 5. Think about this. You have the 5, which is your contention, and then the 1, which is your opportunities and possibilities. And when you come together and you work out your problems, then the possibilities are endless. They're beautiful. You're back in love again. I always find that fascinating when I look at the numbers. After that, we have the Chariot right here. Notice how these are women. Figures are feminine energy. These are just, I think these are masculine. No, they're feminine too. I never caught that before. This deck shows a better rendition of it than this deck. See the difference? Interesting. Then we go to Strength, the Lion, the Leo. A little closer up. Total control of that lion. Beautiful, beautiful card. See the difference? After that, we have the Hermit. Next is the Wheel of Fortune. Then Justice. The Hangman. The Death card on this deck is phenomenal. The 13. Look at the detail on that. Can you see that? All the artwork in it is absolutely amazing. It does not do it justice here in this video. It is such a beautiful, Beautiful card. Temperance. The Devil. I just love that. It's just phenomenal, the artwork on this thing. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. The Tower. After the Tower, we have the Star. Then the Moon. I wish this deck had a little more of the vibrant color in it, but boy, it is really pretty. The Moon compares side by side. The Sun. And I missed a brick wall because that wall here, the gray wall, shows that you're moving from the past into the present with much joy and happiness. And here I'm not quite getting the same. I mean, I'm getting the vibe of very positive energy, but I like that wall there because it kind of shows you that you're leaving the past to grow into the future, right? Still very pretty. That's the Sun. After that, we have Judgment, the 20. Isn't that cool? And then we have the last card in the Major Arcana is the World, the 21. All right, now we're going to move into the Minor Arcana. I don't think I'm going to, for this one, compare the Rider Waite to this deck because I think that this deck here, you can understand what it is and you know what the other deck looks like. Just with the Major was such a difference in tone. I want to show that. So in this deck, you have the Ace of Cups, which is the 1. Then you have the 2 of Cups. After that is the 3. After 3, we go to the 4. Then the 5. Interesting cards. I love the gold leafing in these things. Then we go to the 6, the Memories. Nostalgia. It was flipped. You gotta let that go. You know what I'm not seeing in this card? Is the man, or do I? Yeah, there he is. Kind of blend it with the background a little bit right there. Let me show you the other. You know, I'm going to pull it out anyway, just kind of show you. It's a different feel entirely. See that? The 7. 8. 9. And then the 10. And then for the court, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. And lastly, the Queen of Cups. And then we have one more. And that would be the King of Cups right here. I just love this deck. What I find interesting though is it doesn't feel like this king is floating in the water. And that kind of shows a disconnect with reality, right? But in the Rider Waite deck, the traditional looking one, you have the king floating on like this concrete thing in the middle of the ocean or the water with a ship in the background. Here, you have a ship right back there. It's hard to see it. And it looks like he's on a rock, not floating. And that's a disconnect from reality. Where the queen, if we go back one card, she is all about having her foot still on half earth, half water. So she's grounded. Now we're going to look at the pentacles next. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, juggling decisions, the 3 of Pentacles, teamwork, working together, communication, creativity, the 4, greed or stability, won't let go, The 5, struggle. The 6, giving to others. 7, do I have enough? 8, mastering your craft. 9, attainment. And 10, complete the cycle and return back to the 1. You have made it. The page. The knight. And then the queen. And the king. All right. After this, we're going to move into the swords. I think for this, I'm going to show them side by side, the swords and the wand. Probably should have did it with the cups and the pentacles, but you know what? It is what it is. Here we go. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. The 2s. That's a really cool sword card. Interesting. Wand card. 3. I love the 3 here. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. That's cool. Love this card. This one here, the sword. 9. You know what's interesting about this 9 card? This is cool too. Is that it's not black. So it's not, you're not really picking up on the vibe of the mind or the subconscious kind of getting the best of you. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Right here. See the difference? You feel the different vibes. Blue is emotions, black is subconscious. And they both have the weight of the universe on them with all the zodiac symbols within this blanket. Can you see the zodiac symbols in the blanket? But you can't see the dueling down here in the bed. You see here in the bed? So that's gone. That's interesting. And that blue, so it's really saying that it's, your emotions are messing with your head. It's what's keeping you up at night. I find that really interesting. Anyway, that's the 9. Now we're going to look at the 10. Interesting too, you don't have all that black, but you have a new dawn in the background. And you know what's interesting with this card, the 10 of Swords? Check this out. This one is going right through his back, right? See that? Right through the center line of his back. And it shows a new dawn and then the black sky, subconscious mind. Here, it's like, it's not really going, see some of his, oops, hit the mic, sorry about that. His cloak right there, hit the cloak. That may have pierced his back. But it's kind of like dancing around, where here is like definitely in him. And he's facing the new dawn. This one he's not facing, he's facing away from it, which I think is interesting as well. Now we're going to go to the pages, the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Feel the movement in that card. Really fast, furious movement. The horse is complete in action. You can feel the movement, even the cape. That's really well rendered. Here, you can feel that horse wants just to charge in. It's pulling itself back. It's ready just to release its energy to move forward, to take on the next task. And the pyramids in the background is 3. That's interesting. Then we have the queens, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. That's a really cool rendition as well. The birds, the mind above. There's no cloud. Well, there's a cloud here. She's above the clouds. And the birds, the thoughts. This card's interesting too. Salamanders at the very top. They quell the fire. The cat protects her. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And then lastly, we have the King of Swords and the King of Wands. The butterfly, transformation of the mind, masters the mind, transformed to a higher level of self. Here, the salamander holds back that fire energy so you don't burn yourself up. Because that king, if you look at him, he does not want to sit in that chair. He wants to get up and move. I find that pretty interesting. Okay, if you enjoyed this quick review of this deck of the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, drop me a comment below and let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I'll put some links in the comments too if you want to go pick it up for yourself. Again, I bought this deck on my own money, so I'm not getting it from anybody. I just want to share with everybody the decks that I use because I thought about it when I was learning a long time ago. I always wondered what decks are they using, because different decks kind of help you learn. They give you different feels and different vibes. And when you want to know, you just want to know where to get that deck from, right? Because they're cool, you resonate with it, or you connect. And a lot of times people just do not share the deck. So I decided to myself, even though I bought these a while ago, I figured, you know what? I'm going to share them. So I'll be sharing more of my new and used decks. So you can all get a version of it if you like. Anyway, please leave a comment if you enjoyed this. If you give it a like, if it resonates with the deck, if you feel like the deck's something you could really use in your own tarot readings, that'd be awesome. I want to hear it, or if you just want to learn. And I am really tongue-tied tonight. And please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And this is your first time here, thank you for visiting and watching this video. And for all my amazing followers and subscribers, thank you so much. Without you, this channel would not exist. And until next time, take care and bye, everybody. See you later.